Hi, Sarah Mack here from withsarahmack.com. I'm a writer and mindset coach who helps coaches and healers to consistently magnetize dream clients with powerful copy that makes you more money. And I'm really excited to talk about this with you today. I'm going to share the top 3 money blocks I find in my coaching clients. I'm going to share with you how to remove them. So, what is a money block? It's basically a behavior pattern, an emotional pattern, or a thought system that's blocking you from making more money in the way that you desire to be making it. So, I've worked with a lot of women over the past 5 to 6 years, and I see the same patterns coming up again and again. And obviously, I have experienced them in my own life and business as well, which is why I'm really excited to talk to you about this today, because these can potentially shortcut your business journey and your income growth literally years when you pay attention to these. So, the number one money block that I see is a fear of visibility. And please bear in mind that all of these blocks tend to show up unconsciously. So I give this example a lot. When I was launching my first website a few years ago, I literally had write my website copy on my to-do list for about 2 years, and I wasn't even cognizant of it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get around to it. And I just kept putting it off because there was a fear of visibility going on. Now, back then, I didn't really understand what that was. But I see this, obviously, I work helping entrepreneurs step into being more visible, creating more content, social media marketing, and it's so sneaky the way this one will creep up and cause you to resist or cause you to not show up and do the work. And essentially what it is it's tribal. Like our unconscious is always our lizard brain at work, and it's always just trying to protect us from whatever it thinks is a danger or a threat to our well-being. So, back in the day, we would literally, our survival was threatened if we were rejected from the tribe, which is why fear of rejection is such a sneaky block that holds us back and causes us to resist. Because if we think, somewhere in our unconscious mind that we won't be a part of the tribe if we're earning more money, or if we're working less or struggling less or having more fun, or whatever it is, the ways that you're looking to shift that will make you different from your tribe, from your family, from your social circle, from your community. And your mind will be like, oh no, we don't want to be different, so let's stay the same. So even though in your conscious mind you're taking actions to earn more money, have more fun, work less, shift to a different type of work that's way more fulfilling for you, your lizard brain will be like, no, shut that down. We're not going to do that post. We're going to procrastinate. We're going to be in resistance. We're not going to show up for that thing. We're going to accidentally forget to do that thing and follow through on that thing and reach out to that client, and all of those sneaky unconscious ways that we self-sabotage. So, this will show up as resistance around posting, lack of consistency in showing up and sharing your work, going silent or disappearing for phases of time, not following through on tasks that would increase your visibility, procrastinating on them for literally sometimes years, as was in my case. So, if this is resonating with you, just let me know in the comments below. The next money block is making money has to be difficult. So this is a worthiness thing, right? Because our unconscious mind is saying, if it's easy and I do it without hustling or struggling, then I didn't work hard enough and I don't deserve it. Because we live in a culture where striving and pushing and working and sacrificing is, like the gold medal award of being a good human. And that's the conditioning, unfortunately, that a lot of us have grown up in. And of course, we've inherited this from previous generations where actually it was probably true. The harder you worked in some type of industrial work, the more money you had, the more security your family had. And that's just not true anymore. We're not working in the mines, if you're a part of my community and you're a creative entrepreneur. So the ways that this money block will show up is that it's like an unconscious feeling that I'm not good enough yet, so I need to take another course and learn some more things, or I need to do another certification before I will be able to create my result. And it's okay to be learning and training, but as long as you're not in the story of I have to wait until I've done that, then I'll be good enough to be able to receive what it is that I desire. You can receive whatever it is that you desire now and still be learning and get certifications if you want to, if that feels aligned to you. But it's always that delay where it's a subconscious block that's coming up for you that's causing you to think you have to wait until sometime in the future to be able to create that. It also shows up as overworking, long days without producing big results. It also shows up as undercharging and under-earning, working really hard but still not having the money you need for the life that you genuinely desire to experience in this lifetime. So block number 3 is I have to be a good girl, because, we were often conditioned that way, that we have to be a good girl when we're growing up, particularly if you're in English, be all prim and proper, dress nice, brush your hair, be well behaved, don't speak unless you're spoken to. And really how we even internalize that conditioning is that I can't actually be me, and I have to edit who I am in case I say something inappropriate that would lead to tribal rejection, in case I offend somebody or I cause a conflict. And that translates to I have to be perfect, before I go ahead and hit publish, or I launch this thing, or I make an ask, or I have to have all my ducks in a row and follow all of the steps, and then I'll be worthy of having what I want. So you can see how this creates a lot of extra work and time and delay it just isn't necessary. So again, this shows up as overworking, perfectionism, not asking for help, trying to do everything by yourself, resisting outsourcing, rushing, hurrying, and pushing your way through the day. It shows up as waiting to follow through on something for whatever long list of reasons and excuses seem very real and tangible. It also shows up as obsessively planning for the future, making detailed schedules and plans versus just doing the damn thing. So when you're doing this, when you're editing yourself, when you're waiting, when you're holding back, you're resisting and you're planning instead of creating, instead of putting things out, instead of making the ask or the invitation, you're stopping the people who are ready to receive from you now, ready to receive your work, ready to pay you for your work, ready to help you grow your impact through these working relationships. It holds you back from reaching these people, because when you're editing yourself and you're holding back, however consciously or unconsciously, you're kind of putting up a veil that prevents the people who love you for you and who want to work with you because of who you are now. It prevents them from being able to connect with you. And the more you try to be something that you're not, or you push, or you try to run on this conditioning, which is, basically an illusion, it just makes it harder for you to create those working relationships, to reach people, to really be visible, and also to enjoy and have emotional freedom in the work that you're doing without feeling like you're constantly working on this inner battle to get things done. And things start to flow a lot more easily once you unearth and release and move through some of these unconscious conditioning. So when this level of resistance is running the show in the background, you show up completely differently. So when you shift these beliefs and these behavior patterns, suddenly you'll find yourself showing up in a different energy. You'll be, your content creation and your marketing and sharing the work that you do becomes way easier, way more fun, and it just naturally starts to create more sales for you. Even though it might look like you're seemingly doing the same thing, it's that shift in energy which creates a different level of results with a different level of ease and just way more enjoyment and freedom in the process. Because you're no longer resisting receiving the clients because of these behavior patterns. So actually the fastest way to shift these is to show up and be taking the action as if the life and business you're dreaming about is already here and in your reality. So, creating the content, promoting your work, inviting people to your business as if you knew all these people were already there and ready and waiting and available and eager to sign up to work with you. So when you start getting really clear on what that story is and showing up for it by taking the action, these blocks that have been unconsciously causing resistance will rise to the surface and leave. So you don't have to run around going looking for your blocks. If you simply stay focused on the action, they will naturally start to surface and you will release them and move through them while you stick to your action plan. And obviously developing that self-awareness to know when something's playing out, to be able to get the support and the accountability to stick to the plan and move through it. That's really your fastest route to moving through whatever is causing you to feel stuck and delayed in realizing your goals, and to be really able to start to receive them now with much more ease. So if this is really speaking to you and you are looking to make content and sales easier, more fun, and to start making more money with it, like now, rather than at some point in the imagined future. Next week, I'm excited to announce that I'm running a content therapy workshop where I'll be sharing a really powerful tool to help you shift the resistance caused by money blocks like these so that they stop sabotaging your messaging, and to give you that clarity on your action plan, and to really be able to have more confidence and more ease in the way that you're creating new clients in your business and obviously growing your income at the same time. So the link is in my bio. I'll drop the link below if anybody's interested. Go and click and sign up. It's going to be really great. I'm super excited for that. So thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.